You believe you're only lovable when you perform, and that one lie is quietly killing your marriage. This isn't because you're broken or bad, the belief system that is. It's because somewhere in your story you learned that this is how I actually earn love. In your family system, love may have come through achievement. When you got good grades, or you're really smart, or you played that sport that everyone praised you for, or you looked really pretty or really cute, or made everyone really proud. You felt seen. It's very common in families for this to happen. But when you didn't perform, that same affirmation wasn't there, and you felt the subtle withdrawal of connection, disapproval, or shame. You see how the enemy warps and distorts things? So your nervous system learned that A, if I perform, I belong. B, if I don't, I'm not seen. It's such a lie, but it's lodged into that little girl part of yourself. And that role of the performer or the hero helped you have this survival instincts as a child. We had these instincts to stay connected to our primary caregivers. And we do that in the most least restrictive ways that we know how. But now as an adult, it's destroying the intimacy that I long for within my marriage. It hides the authenticity, the parts of you that are so genuine and real. Your spouse can't connect with who you really are because you don't even feel safe being her. In fact, you might not even know her. I've had countless of women come and see me, and they come to the place, they're like, Tara, I don't know who I am. I've been performing for so long. I have not really know who that little person is inside me. And over time in a pattern, this breeds resentment. You give and you give and you give and you perform, but it never really seems like enough to scratch that itch, but you don't even know what that itch is that needs scratched. And it reinforces dysfunction. You overfunction and his underfunctioning. It's just a horrible, nasty pattern. And if you're hearing me speak, you know what this means. He doesn't have to show up emotionally because you're already doing it for both of you pretty good. It even blocks spiritual growth because God didn't make marriage for performance. So here's the shift. We move from performer to partner. Healing begins with awareness and noticing when that performing part of you is rising up instead of connecting. We move from earning love to receiving love. From doing for connection to being in connection. From self-protection to self-expression. Spiritually, this means trusting that you're already fully loved. Not because of how well you manage yourself and the world around you, but because of who you are in Christ. Romans 5:8 says this. Listen carefully. I know you've heard it before, but listen in the inmost parts. That while you and me were still sinners, Christ died for you. That is love without performance. So when you stop performing and you start participating with God and with who He says you are, your marriage shifts from staged perfection to honest growth. And my friend, that is where love finally becomes real.